Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Tsukihime. When last we left off, we were introduced to our good friend, the real Tono Shiki. And, well, I've given this choice that I left us off at a little bit of thought, and normally in my own personal playthroughs, I would probably choose the first option to take off my glasses and get ready to kill. But I think it's a bit more in line with Shiki's character at... well, it's not exactly true. I think it is a bit more in line with Shiki's character at this place in the story. Not in general, well, because of a lot of reasons. Some that's not even been revealed yet, I think. But still, I do think that option 2 is probably a bit more what Shiki would actually do. And I can't get comfortable in my chair. Oh well. Anyway, first I have to get us away from Akiha's room. And this choice, by the way, as far as I know, doesn't have any flags, or if there are, they are not, they don't do anything, probably, from what it looks like. Oh well. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I should worry about Akiha's safety most of all. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. I've been having... Well, Tsukihime is not wanting to be cooperative for some reason, and I was making sure it's actually recording, because it wasn't earlier, or a few minutes ago, but I checked it beforehand because it wasn't... Tsukihime is being weird. I don't know why, because it is Tsukihime, it is not OBS. I checked that. OBS is working more or less as it should. I'm just complaining. Yeah, I do that a lot. It's too dangerous to fight near Akiha. I need to move somewhere bigger, like the lobby. Still holding my knife, I jump back without looking. Shiki's knife slashes in front of my face. Fortunately, I did not get cut. I'm very thirsty. But he hits my glasses off. You bastard. My heart pounds loudly. Death covers my view. Hatred takes over my mind. I gasp for air. My breathing goes wild. Shiki attacks. In that case, there's nothing to be afraid of now. Not a problem. Fortunately, this is my third time fighting in a life or death situation. By now, I know more about how exactly I should be moving. Pant, pant, pant. Sweat drips down to the ground. His knife swings at every part of my body, but I have fortunately not received any fatal wounds. I'm breathing hard because I moved my body past its limits. I don't understand. The enemy in front of me breathes out in annoyance. Why can't I kill just an ordinary human being? Why is your killing ability so high, Shiki? There is anger in his eyes. He's probably irritated from all the unexpected resistance by something that should be easy prey. My heavy breathing fills the air. My chest hurts. Even though I have seen his killings already in my dreams, our abilities are naturally different. It's already hard enough to block his attacks, and it's almost impossible to attack his lines. But if I didn't care to avoid mutual death, I could easily kill him. Ow, my knee. Pop. Alright. Enough playing around. I tried to finish you off with the same weapon you had, but I shouldn't have used something I'm not used to using. The enemy throws down his knife. Slash. A sharp, animal-like nail shines in the night. So it's this after all. It really It's really dull to use the same thing as 8 years ago. The enemy smiles and frees his stance. Thump. My heart beats. My body knows I won't be able to keep up with him once he gets serious. I probably won't even be able to see him attacking me. The first thing I will realize is my body has a hole in it. Thump. Your body has a couple of... Never mind. The presence of death increases. I'm a pervert, I guess. I just have a dirty mind. The sense of impending death is upon me. But I have no fear. The cracking inside my body grows proportionately with the sense of crisis. Panting. Burning pain. Just like a bow pulled to the limit. That's, reminds me of something from a different... No, it doesn't matter. It's not this visual novel. It is another Nasu work. The only other one of his that I've read... Well, that's not true, because I've read... Never mind. I'm thinking too much. A homicidal impulse that I cannot control. Most likely, it will be released in a moment and kill Shiki for sure. So long, Shiki. Akiha is mine. This time you'll go to hell. The enemy's body disappears. The strained bow is released. But before that, someone comes in between me and Shiki. There we are. It was Akiha with her flowing red hair. Akiha stands in front of Shiki as if to protect me. Akiha, what are you doing? Akiha does not answer. Her back. With Akiha's red hair in front of me, I start feeling excited. Move, Akiha. I am your real brother. You don't have to worry about this imposter. Akiha does not answer. Her back. With Akiha's red hair in front of me, I start feeling excited. Akiha, don't make me sad. You're the only important person for me. No, I won't move. Akiha shakes her head and clearly rejects Shiki. Akiha. Move back. If you say you're going to kill Nissan, I will kill you first. The role of the head of the Tono family is to eliminate people like you. What are you saying, Akiha? You were waiting for me for so long. I was always watching you. I came back because you were waiting for your brother. I killed that old man and became free just for you. And why are you protecting that imposter? Indeed, I was waiting for Nissan, but that is not you. You lost against the Tono blood and became just a killer. You should have died on that day 8 years ago. You're telling your older brother to die? No, that's not right. I am your only brother. Listen to me. That guy is just a... Silence. I will not allow any insults against Nissan. I am not going to let you kill Nissan again. Akiha. Shiki staggers. Stop. He's just an imposter. Don't betray me for such a guy, Akiha. Akiha doesn't answer. She just confronts Shiki with fierce aggression. I pushed the wrong button. Oops. Akiha, are you going to betray me too, Akiha? Shiki takes a step. Shiki looks at me and Akiha with bloodshot eyes. This is the last warning. I can't decide on what voice I wanted to give him. I'm still not sure. I'm trying not to go into the voice of a character that or a villain. A villain? Yeah, a villain in a... well, I can't say villain because that's not necessarily exactly... whatever. In a D&D game that I'm running. So that's a problem. A lot of the voices that I'm doing for this, I ended up doing in a D&D game, at least doing something similar, and it's hard not to go between one and the other. This is the last warning. Move, Akiha. Can't you follow your brother's orders? I will not move. You are not my Nissan. I'm not gonna scream. There we go. That's about as good as you're gonna get, because I'm not gonna scream. Shiki screams as he jumps, not towards Akiha, but towards me. But I was expecting that already. I raise my knife and face my enemy, but Shiki's nails are faster. The result will still be mutual death. If that's the case, I can surely cut his line and slice him into pieces. Shiki's nails never reach. Shiki's soulless voice gasps. Akiha. Shiki's nails slashed across Akiha's back. It's not that Shiki aimed for her. It's just that Akiha crashed into me. But I felt nothing. My mind has frozen. Without feeling anything, my homicidal impulse drives me. Akiha's body falls to the ground. In that instant, the instant Shiki stops moving, I slash through his line. Smell of blood. It angers me that scent is the only thing I do sense. The rest of my senses are paralyzed with exhaustion after all my extreme movement. Right now, I feel nothing. There is Akiha covered with blood in front of me, and Shiki's dead body is right there beside her. I feel nothing, and simply stand there. The lights come on. It hurts my eyes as it returns me to my senses. I look around. On the floor in front of me is a path of red blood. Akiha's body is not there, nor is Shiki's. What? The knife is still in my hands. I'm sure that wasn't a dream. As proof, the floor is covered with blood. Akiha, you protected me. I remember, and at the same time, I feel sick. I didn't want her to do that. All I wanted to do was protect Akiha. Why did it turn out this way? Shiki-sama? Someone calls from behind. I have turned on the emergency power. Akiha-sama's wounds are pretty shallow, so please do not worry. Hisui, where were you? I previously stated this. When Nesan and I arrived to help, you and Akiha-sama were on the ground. We tried to talk to you several times, but you were in no condition to talk. So, I just stood here while Akiha was lying injured on the ground. Akiha-sama needed treatment immediately, so Nesan and I treated Akiha-sama, then put the power back on. Should we have waited for your orders? No. You guys did the right thing. I was just standing there, right? Yes. It has been about an hour since we came, but you have only been standing there. I see. Not doing anything while Akiha was on the ground wounded is the worst thing I could have done. Not only did I not protect her, but you could say I was actually hurting her. Hisui, is Akiha alright? Yes, it is not that deep of a wound, but since it is not a wound that will heal anytime soon, we have her resting in her room now. Shiki-sama, what happened? When we regained consciousness, all the lights in the mansion were turned off, and I had apparently been unconscious in Nesan's room. It seems Nesan and I were drugged. When we came out to the lobby, you and Akiha-sama were there. Nesan said cut on Akiha-sama is from a big animal, but that is... What? There's something wrong. This doesn't add up. Hisui, Shiki was not there. Shiki-sama, you were standing in front of Akiha-sama? No, not me, but... I stopped myself. Hisui doesn't know about Shiki. She doesn't know if Akiha was hurt, nor does she know why I was almost killed. No, I was almost killed. Hisui, there was only me and Akiha in the lobby. She nods. That guy, he's still alive. I did cut him from his shoulder along his line, but it didn't kill him. Or are vampires harder to kill than humans? I keep bumping my button because I have things set up a bit differently than normal, but that's... I'll go back to normals at some point soon. It's just very hot. Either way, he's alive right now and has nowhere to run. And has run away. I'm very distracted. No, I don't care about that right now. But Akiha... Please wait, Shiki-sama. Are you going to Akiha-sama's bedroom? Of course. I have to apologize to Akiha and talk to her. Nesan is currently treating her wounds. I do not think Akiha-sama would be pleased to see you right now. That might be true, but... Please go back to your room, Shiki-sama. When we finish treating her and Akiha-sama asks for you, I will come and get you. With that, Hisui starts to walk up the stairs. She probably went up to Akiha's bedroom to help Kohaku-san. Being a guy, I can't help them. All I can do for now is wait for Hisui in my room. I go back to my room and try to calm down. I have to calm down and think about many things. About Akiha, about myself, about that guy Shiki. Shiki told me that I was adopted and treated as Tono Shiki in his place. I have no intention of denying it. Rather, it's very convincing. Why I didn't recognize the mansion that well, why my room didn't feel like a room I knew. The fact that I was living in with the Arimas, and why no one came to see me while I was in the hospital 8 years ago. When I was adopted 10 years ago, and the 2 years until I got into that accident, me, Akiha, and Shiki were raised as brother and sisters. Shiki sounded as if he knew I was adopted all along. But what about Akiha? You are not my Nisan? Akiha said that to Shiki and injured herself while protecting me. Akiha might not have known that I was adopted. That's why she protected me. You can't do that unless it's your real brother. So, Akiha must believe I am her true brother. Shiki-sama, can I come in? Kohaku-san, is Akiha alright now? Yes, we're done treating her wounds. She won't be able to walk at all for a few weeks, but there's no danger to her life. She won't be able to walk at all for a few weeks. Yes, shallow cuts indeed. I see. Thank goodness. I let out a sigh of relief. Well, again, won't be able to... Never mind. I'm reading too much into this. If the wound she received from protecting me was worse, I don't know how I could ever talk to Akiha again. That seems pretty... I don't know. I'm looking too much into it, aren't I? Shiki-sama, Hisui-chan told me you wanted to talk to Akiha-sama? Yeah, I'd prefer not to if Akiha's not feeling well, but I really would like to talk to her if I can. If that's the case, please go ahead. But please do not have a complicated conversation. Akiha-sama is pushing herself and I do not want her to be mentally tired. I know. I just wanted to see Akiha and thank her. Alright, that should be fine. Then I'll rest for a bit. And you take care of Akiha-sama for a while? Kohaku-san walks out of the room, wobbling. She must be tired from taking care of Akiha. I have to go check on Akiha. I knock on the door. Akiha, it's me. Can I come in? After a moment of silence, yes, please come in, Nissan. I hear her weak whisper. I can't really do a weak whisper in her voice and still get it audible on the microphone. Oh well, I can do a weak whisper in that voice. I've done it before. But, well, it won't... Nah. My microphone doesn't like it when I do that with my current settings. That's fine. I go into Akiha's bedroom. I'm talking too much. About outside stuff. As she is sleeping on the bed until now, she raises herself slowly. Crap. Seeing her like this causes my mind to empty. There's already tension enough in it coming into Akiha's bedroom, and she's acting so weak that I regret it. We end up just staring at each other in silence. All of a sudden, aren't you going to sit down, Nissan? Oh, yeah. I should sit down, huh? I take a seat in a chair. Now I'm at the same height as Akiha, and my head goes even more blank. You never ask about anything, do you, Nissan? Even though I'm like this, I was ready for anything. Akiha says in a soft voice. You're right. There's a lot of things I want to ask about, but I'll ask about all that after you get better. Right now, I'm here to see how you're doing. I see. But there's something I want to ask you, Nissan. I get mad easily when I don't understand something, so I can't sleep peacefully unless I hear it from you. Go ahead. You're hurt right now. I'll answer anything. I'm sorry. I'm hiding a lot from you, but I don't want you to hide anything from me. I'm really selfish, aren't I? Don't worry. I like that part of you too. I'll let it go. So, what do you want to ask about, Akiha? Akiha is probably making me match her pace. Surprising even myself, I speak kindly to her. And I'll ask, Nissan, you used the word vampire. Is that something Sale taught you, or is that something you concluded on your own? I think it's both. I don't know why, but I've been having this dream where I killed people and sucked their blood. So I thought I was the killer. However, CL Senpai proved me wrong. I see. You're in tune with Shiki's mind. That's why you asked me that at school. What, Akiha, you can tell that I'm in tune with his mind? No, I'm just saying the possibility existed. Nissan, you might not remember that, but that Shiki is our... Yeah, you want to say he's our brother, right? I forgot about it until just now, but I remember faintly. Whenever we played in the garden, you always followed us. Us means that there's more than one, right? Yes, when I recall my childhood, there is that contradiction. I didn't recognize it, probably because the old man hypnotized me. Akiha does not say anything. It really seems like she doesn't know I'm adopted. In that case, I don't want to say it right now and mentally attack her. If I can lie to her right now, I should. Nissan, you were almost killed by Shiki 8 years ago. Shiki did not have that much Tono blood in him, but it suddenly awakened. The blood of the Tono is from ancient times, and it makes you give priority to your instincts rather than your reason. Shiki had that blood throughout him and attacked you as you happened to be there. I heard that from Shiki. That this scar on my chest is not from an accident, but from Shiki. Everyone in the Tono family has different abilities. There's some who eat other people, like Shiki, and there's those whose abnormality is only in their brain, like Father. Shiki attacked you and took away your blood and life. Shiki was punished by Father, but he survived by taking your life. I don't get it. What do you mean by taking away my life? I should say your soul in this case. I don't know how it works since I'm not Shiki, but Shiki lived by feeding off your life. I think you and Shiki like different people running off of one heart. That's why you are in tune with each other easily. If that's the reasoning, then I think you can tune into me too, but I think it's because you two are really good friends. Stop it with that guy, with a guy that hurts you. Don't make me friends with him. Akiha looks at me with a painful expression. Her thin body, her white skin, her flowing black hair is tinged slightly with red and looks very weak. Oh yeah. Akiha, what happened to your hair? It was red back then, and now it's back to black. What's going on? I told you. This is due to the Tono blood. My body does not change like Shiki's, but when my blood gets excited, my hair turns back to its original color. Now that I'm calm, it returned to being black. That's good. I think you look better with black hair. I think it'll be bad if your hair stayed red. I don't want her to be stained with something like the Tono blood. Yes, I also dislike the color red. I know it's just the color of my hair, but it means my body's state has changed, and I do not want to be like Shiki. Akiha falls back in bed. Akiha, I support her body. Oh. She's shaking. Her breathing is difficult, as if her heart was gone. She clenches her teeth in pain. She sweats as if trying to expel the pain from her body. Akiha, what's wrong? Do your wounds hurt? Ni-san. Akiha grips the bed sheets. Shh. Hold on, I'll get Kohaku-san. No one can help me anyway. Akiha grabs onto my arm, still breathing hard. Her slender fingers, her soft hand grips my hand strongly. All right, I'll stay here, Akiha. I can't hear her voice. Her voice is too choppy. Akiha rages on the bed, and I realize her hair is red again. Akiha, your hair. It's all right. This won't last long. Akiha is in serious pain. Time passes by, and all I can do is hold onto her hands. After an indeterminable amount of time, it finally ends. I'm sure it was only a few minutes, but it felt like a few hours. She breathes normally now. Her hair is still red, but it looks fainter than before. I'm sorry I made you watch such unpleasant things. Akiha sits up. I can easily tell she is pushing herself. You don't have to sit up. It still hurts, right? Don't try to push yourself. No, I'm alright. My back has nothing to do with this. This spasm is like an everyday thing. Her back has nothing to do with this? What do you mean, everyday thing? This is normal for you? She doesn't answer. That means yes. I can't believe it. She suffers through this kind of pain all the time. Why? That's not right. That's not normal. Akiha still doesn't answer. She just silently nods. Like you say, I'm not normal. This spasm is not like your anemia. This is pain all people of the Tono blood go through. When you cannot stand this pain, you become like Shiki. What? I told you, people of the Tono bloodline are abnormal. The Tono blood in me is strong. As I grew up, it became worse and worse each day. Now it's getting to a point where I can't help it. I'm like this every night. Akiha just talks without holding any grudge against her blood. I understand what Akiha is saying, but at the same time, I don't want to accept it. What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying. Jeez. Nisan, you really are stupid. Akiha laughs. She smiles, looking a bit troubled. My body uses more heat than the average person, so I cannot get enough energy using normal methods, and I end up having to get heat directly from someone. Like you say, I act like a vampire trying to contain myself. But the more I rely on it, the more abnormal I become. I'm acting more like a Tono, but without it, I have no way to control myself. Akiha, do you understand? I have to take away heat from something alive. I am an incomplete creature. That's Tono Akiha for you, Nisan. I can't say anything, but I still managed to find something to say. To not say anything right now only hurts Akiha even more. That's why you were sucking Kohaku-san's blood. You knew, Nisan, that I get blood from Kohaku? Yeah. Sorry for not telling you. Akiha blushes and looks down. That's a last resort. It doesn't have to be blood I take in. It can be body heat, it can be mental heat. Anything with heat gives me power. Blood just happens to be the most efficient method. So you're different from Shiki. You're not a real vampire like him. Yes, I'm not like Shiki as I can't make people like me. I can only take it from other people. Akiha looks away from me, but that's good for me, because it's just a matter of the difference in the kind of food you take in. I feel relieved. You kept on telling me you're abnormal, but you're normal. Unlike Shiki, you're a normal human being. That spasm you had, it won't happen if you get some blood, right? Then it is true that it would not occur if I take in some blood. But I can't stand getting blood just because I want to. If I get used to that, I will be just like Shiki. No matter how painful it is, if it is a physical pain, I can stand it. The Tono blood awakens more at night, but it dies down in the morning. So this is normal for me. You don't have to look at me that way. You're stupid. If you're in that much pain, I'll be glad to give you as much blood as you want. I'm being honest. If I knew Akiha was in this much pain every night, I would have given her blood every time. No, I do not want to drink anyone's blood. I really do not want to drink Kohaku's blood either. Why? If your spasms go away, then it should be fine. That is true, but Akiha grows quiet and continues with an embarrassed tone. But I do not want to be called a vampire by you. I want to stand as a human being, just like you. I really hate how stupid I am. I'd never thought about how Akiha felt. About how conscientious she feels about the Tono blood, or ominous she feels, and about how much she thinks about me. Is there anything I can do for you, Akiha? Let's see. Please go rest in your room. You must be tired too. Idiot. That's all I can say in response. Don't worry. Just lay down. I'll stay here until you go to sleep. All right. If you say so, I will, Nisan. She says this as she lies back down. After time passes quietly by, she falls into a gentle slumber. Akiha's face looks very peaceful. I stay and continue to watch her. And I think this, ladies and gentlemen, in spite of what I want to do, is where I'm going to end off this episode. It's been a bit of a long one, but not, it's not 45 minutes or an hour, so that's good. But it's still a bit longer than I like. So, next time, well, we'll continue to see the aftermath of our first real encounter with Shiki. And I hope to see you all there.